promise from last live stream. It's a few minutes late, but we are here. We're going to do 50. We're going to do 50 push-ups. We'll flip a card. Jesse Pollock, sucker free at Jesse Pollock, fast energy. Hashtag sucker free. Suckerfreestore.com. Get yours before they're gone. Here we go. We're going to do 50. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 50, just like that. 50 done. Haven't really had much caffeine today. Doing rocking the fireworks, Fago, sugar-free pop. I've had this since work this morning. Just crushed it. Might wonder why I have a jacket on. It is cold in the garage. I'll take it off when it gets hot. When I can't bear it. Here we go. 25 down. Whole bunch more to go. We got 19 cards to do. And that was 50. I'm going to find myself some cardboard. Here we go. Wow, that's too small. There we go. Perfect. Don't need nothing fancy. You know. Let me flip another card. We achieved 50 push-ups. Appreciate you, Nate. Appreciate the 6 likes I got. Normally I do my push-ups off the ground. These push-ups, I definitely feel it in my pecs. Doing them off the weights. Do them off of Jesse's things that you can buy in this store. Hey, Sham. I appreciate you. Thank you. We're going to try to do another 50 without stopping. We might take a break at 30. These elevated push-ups are where it's at here. I'm getting kind of warm now. After 100 push-ups, getting warm. Take a quick break. Take this off. Represent Northern Premier Electric in the union. You know, that's why sometimes certain husbands might not wear a wedding ring, because if you're messing around with electric, most wedding bands and electricity don't go together. So that was Sarah and I's first date right there. That's Sarah. It's my dad's motorcycle. My mom's station wagon that was my grandma's. And then if you could see the look on her face, it's kind of probably hard. She's got this look like, what? She's got this little smile. I have a little smile. Couple weeks later, we were not boyfriend and girlfriend here. I just asked her on a date. And then, a few weeks later, we're boyfriend, girlfriend. Get a diploma. She's standing next to me all, that's my man. And then we got married. This was at a Donato's Pizza on our wedding day, right outside the doors. You could see the door open right here. Bing. And that was a car that I originally was going to give to Sarah. She's like, I don't like it, Shane. So I ended up giving this to my mom. Cadillac, Brits, mom's first and only car her child, any of her 6 kids have given her. I can say, I did that for mom. I bought her a car. Might not have been a Lambo or Mercedes Benz, though my buddy Marcus Smith, bought his mom a Mercedes Benz 500 SL convertible, all the best one you can buy. He bought her that same year Tesla, bought all of his family Teslas when they were super expensive and hard to get. It's my buddy Marcus. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And hold it. 50. I like to hold it. Just plank it out just a tad. No need in wearing holes in my pants by kneeling on the ground. We adapt, we overcome, and we survive. That's what we try. So thank you. Tapping in, everybody. I wasn't planning on doing 1,000 push-ups on a live stream, but we got 6 likes last time, half an hour ago. Got a subscriber or two. Fingers crossed. And I was just driving around. So we got 3 cards flipped. Let me just make sure we're on our 3. Nope, I only flipped 2. Junior, my son, Shane Jr. So he's like, come on, Dad, you gotta do stuff faster. Stop talking. So this next 50 is for Junior. 8 on deck. I'm gonna do 50, at least without flipping another card. Here we go. 1, 2. Happy Wednesday. Mm, 50. As many push-ups as I do every day, 4 or 5 days a week, doing them elevated now, I feel a burn in my chest in my arms that I don't normally feel. It's gains, guys. Gains. It's coming. Very simple, effective routine. You don't need a gym. I didn't have these if it wasn't for my coworker who gave them to me, Don. I just did them off the ground. So I figured I see everybody else doing push-ups off these, like Jesse and Nate does elevated push-ups. I'm sure Sham's getting in some push-ups. Hey, Miss Susanna, I appreciate you. Well, cheers to you. Sugar-free was the hardest thing that I had to do in my weight loss journey. Switch from regular pop to sugar-free or diet. Sugar-free, zero sugar, for me tastes better than regular diet pop. Um, Everybody has their preference. As soon as I tried zero sugar Coke in 2018, it's like, oh my gosh, this tastes just like the fountain. Didn't taste any sweeter or anything because it was zero sugar. It tasted just like a fountain, and I prefer mine out of plastic bottles, even though people get on me like, oh, you can't be all the BPAs and the GPZs and I don't know, all the bad stuff that's in these plastic bottles that they say you shouldn't have. But this says it's all recycled and whatnot. So it's all we can do. Help Mother Earth. Appreciate you. Next 50's for you. Here we go. One. And 50. For anybody new to the channel, we're doing time under tension, quarter to half reps, whatever feels good between that quarter and a half rep range. We're rocking it. Hashtag half reps or hashtag quarter reps, hashtag time under tension. We'll get the word out there. Very, very simple hack. Very effective. That's what we'll call it, a hack. Like Jesse was saying this morning, people do sit-ups, and crunches. They progress from a sit-up to a crunch because they find it more effective, time effective, produce the results. So here we go. We're going to do another 50. Gonna readjust myself and, excuse me, you drink some beverage. That's going to happen. Here we go. Better out than in. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're at 35, 35, 15 more. Here we go. And 15, just like that. That last rep, I tell you, if you're not doing it, you wouldn't know. But sometimes when you push yourself, those last few reps is where the gains come. 1,000, 15,000 times, only 5 push-ups, do them repeatedly, not see any gains. You add a 0 to that a couple times a day, you'll notice gains. Very, very simple, effective, get shredded. It's still kind of cold out here, guys. Even touching my back with my hands, tucking my shirt in. Yeah, it's cold. Don't know if you guys can see it, but this year we're gonna rock a live stream where I cut the grass with a push lawnmower. That's pretty cool. Cut the back grass. My boss was like, hey, I'm getting rid of this. Like, I just got it. paid all this money for it. Like $20? What? Get out of here, Chris. $20. Sold. I'm gonna use it as content and hopefully get some subscribers. You never know. Here we go. 50 on deck. 40. 10 more, guys. 10 more. I can flip a card. Flip that card, little Shane. Miss Sarah's at work. So we appreciate her. We appreciate you. Appreciate Pete making an awesome song. Here we go. So a lot of times you'll see me closing my eyes when I do push-ups or any workout routine. I had eye surgery. Sometimes I'll get pressure really bad in my eye if I don't close it. So I close it and keep the pressure at a minimum. Don't want to lose the eye. Not yet. So we're rocking out another 50. We'll flip a card. We have a joker in here, halfway through the deck, sorry. Watch Retro Bliss Gaming. Got my notification at retroblissgaming.com. Phil, awesome guy. He did a couple live streams yesterday. One was a collab with Mike and a guy that does makes his own games for Atari, I believe. I caught a little bit of it. So go check out Phil at Retro Bliss Gaming. He was the first person that I ever made merch for. So we talking with him, figured out what he wanted, and then we met up at Pittsburgh Gaming Convention where I presented him with some stuff, and then got his address, or we had his address, but we wanted to present it to a gaming convention. Cannabis Kid did, and yeah, it was awesome. Here we go. 50 push-ups for all the, hey, burpees and chill. Thank you for tapping in. Here we go. 50 for you guys. 1, 10. That was 50. Rocked out 50. We appreciate you. Burpees are very full body routine. I would like to do some today. Very limited amount of time between my set schedule, which I took off of one job to get another job done. Hopefully Sarah will appreciate that. If everything falls together like it should, you call somebody and say, hey, you got the tires? They're like, what size? And I say, oh, this right here, blah, 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 blah. You're like, are you sure you have a 17-inch rim? I'm like, no, it says right here, you want a picture, I'll send it to you. Not of this, but hypothetically, my vehicle. And fingers crossed, we'll have new tires on the car today. Here we go. Flip another card. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Again, burpees are a very full body routine. I have much respect for all the guys out there doing burpees. If that's all you do is burpees, stick to it. With consistency comes gains. with just me drinking diet pop instead of regular pop, I was able to drop 20, 30 pounds just like that. Calories in versus calories out, it's that easy. You're consuming a lot of calories and you're not burning calories. Doesn't really matter if they're healthier. You want them to be healthy, but it's simple numbers. And I'm good with numbers. Ask Sarah, she knows that. She can vouch for it. It was hard managing numbers when you're a family of four trying to help a family of 6 or 8 and your teen parents. But we did it. We're proof that it can be done and people make it through and you can stay married. Um, yeah. So flip another, or we'll do 50. If I do an extra 50, it doesn't matter. More push ups are better than none. We'll do 25 like that. And 25. All right. We're getting there, guys. Appreciate everybody tapping in. We have 5 likes. That's awesome. Thank you. I hope in these push ups or any of my live streams, just to inspire one person not to give up. So what? You might miss a day or two, maybe a week, a couple months. Me, I stopped working out for a couple years. Hernia surgery took me out. Had these the tattoo wings on my back. Doing a sit up hurt worse than sitting for 4 hours crunched over like this in an office chair at a place called Think It Tattoo. Now it's Skin Flex. But regardless, I sat there like this for 4 hours. Guys like, I want to take a cigarette break. You want to take a break? I'm like, no, I'm already 2 hours in. We're getting this done. I can take it. And doing those sit-ups after the double hernia surgery, which is lower, um, felt worse than getting a tattoo. So yeah, I just pushed through it. I'm like, I got to do this. Got to. And eventually I did. It was more determination that nobody's going to tell me this hernia is not going to define the rest of my life. I'll work through it. I'll figure out a different way to do a sit up, do some crunches, whatever. So every workout, regardless of the rep range or the actual workout itself. If you're pushing yourself, it's effective. 100% do it. 50 push-ups for all of you guys. Thank you. 1, 2. 29 and 50. So I noticed right away with these last few sets that we're at our halfway point. 10 more. So basically 500 more push-ups to do. But with half rep range, quarter range, time under tension, saves your joints, saves your elbow, saves your everything basically. Puts the um the pump, the resistance or whatever the routine you're doing, the workout designated to that one muscle group, and it's not going to pass it along. Um, very, very effective. Anybody new to the channel? It's how I got this body. No lies, no protein shakes, no pills, no nothing. My mom was a hippie child. Everything was all natural. Don't go to the doctors. We got these natural home remedies books. Yeah, got a toothache. If it's on this side, the massage over here. If it's on this side, the massage over here. You know, so keeping that uh, family routine going, I said, "Hey, Sarah, can I go to the gym and work out?" "You don't need to go to the gym to work out. You can work out right here." Like, well, everybody goes to the gym. You're a dad with two children. We have a budget that we need to stay on, and that doesn't fit the budget. And I have faith in you that if you work and have put your show up every day and do whatever routine you're going to do, that you'll see gains. And she was right. No gym, no excuse. Not that going to a gym's bad, but you don't always need it. I've been looking for it, but before 2016, I would say I looked the biggest. My back was kind of V like Jesse's, and all I had was a 25-pound dumbbell that you could add weights to, and I did sit-ups and push-ups. That was it. My arms look they might not be as cut as they are now, but like the shape of my body, everybody's like, "Man, that you look awesome." So I still kind of do, we still got it. I wish you guys could see, like, I got these veins down here that like kind of pop up. That's like, rah. Sarah doesn't really like like the too veiny look. Like trying to think of this guy's name that once in a while I'll pop on his stream. Um, but yeah, he openly. Hold on, I gotta. My nose is about to. Gotta blow my nose. So I think it's like Jim Buddy something. I don't know, but he openly talks about how he was an addict. He stopped being an addict and started working out. But not only because he was older, he started going to the doctors and taking some sort of injections. And it's not steroids because you're going to the doctors. And this guy is jacked. I mean, he is my size, height wise, but his arms are just like, and he's got all these veins everywhere. Sarah's like, "If you get like that, I will divorce you." And then I'm like, "You would?" She's like, "No, I'm just kidding, but I don't want you to look like that." And I'm like, "Okay, I won't. I'll just be where I'm at, I guess. 50 sit ups or sit ups, 50 push ups, thinking about my old lady." I'm like, "Ooh." 50. Happy Wednesday. Jace taught me that. Say happy Wednesday. Stay engaged. Be confident. Things on our collaboration, he was giving me pointers, which I appreciate. I appreciate everybody's suggestions. Let me read some comments. I'm sorry, October, if I haven't been um, being able to respond. Oh, yes, it's all about keeping the joints healthy. Um, when I do my push ups off of this, maybe you can hear it. You'll hear like my elbow or arm click. And um, when I started doing push ups in 2011, doing as many as I could, I guess, I noticed that my arm kept popping. So I had to like move my arm and like kind of shimmy it to where this arm wasn't going to keep popping, because I understood that if I'm doing something thousands and thousands and thousands of times, if it's going to pop a thousands and thousands of times, you're going to eventually have a problem. So I modified my workout routine to time under tension, half reps, not knowing exactly like, hey, this is what everybody else is doing to get big. It's just because my left shoulder or something pops when I do them like this. I don't know if you could hear that, but yeah, it's like pop, pop, pop. So it's not good to always do that or crack your knuckles. My grandma suffered really, really bad from arthritis in her later years, and she'd constantly crack her knuckles. And I was like, do you understand? This is what we learned in school. What happens when you crack your knuckles? And later in life, if you keep doing that, basically you're just gonna you crack your knuckle, and after a while, it's going to build up cartilage or arthritis around that knuckle. And by the time my grandma was 86, her hands were all like crinkled up like this. Like, here, Grandma, you want me to open that? She's like, no, I got it. She's like, oh. I'm like, Grandma, I could have opened that for you. Never wanted to tell her, hey, you probably got that from cracking your knuckles 80 times a day in front of us, being like, crack, 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 crack. We'd be sleeping on the recliner over at grandma's house, you know, and she'd be like cracking our toes. Like, Grandma, you can't do that. That's not good for you. But yes, here we go. Trying to be as healthy as we can. Um, we've already done 500 push ups. We've reached our halfway point. We have roughly 450 push-ups to go. I'll take this off because now it is getting hot. But if I start sweating, it's going to get cold because it's going to be snowing anytime now. From what the weather says, it's going to snow. I love snow. That's why we got married. We got married in the snow. So you can see all the snow on the rooftops and whatnot. That house is still there, but nothing around that house is still there. It's all big business now. Even the place, this Donato's Pizza we were at and got married at, is no longer there. I was thinking about buying this pizza restaurant, and the owner's like, "Don't, man." It's like, we were promised these franchise different things that you're not going to be able to get. He's like, basically, we were just pushing the franchise so they could sell and buy into McDonald's. He didn't say it like that, but he says we're just pushing the franchise, and then McDonald's bought into Donato's. But regardless, he said in 1999 that the only place that could afford the rent on this street we were at was a bank. And sure enough, a bank is in there now. You know, when you have to sell over $1 million in pizza just to break even, at any location, that's not very um, profitable, I guess, or what's the word I'm looking for? In its area, it wasn't. a reliable goal. Any business owner would have seen that and says, "No, I don't want to invest in this because we already have 15 pizza places in this city." And yeah, so 50 push-ups for everybody that loves pizza. Here you go. 1, 2, 3, we're just holding it, getting that pump in, you know, just rocking it. It started to be cold. That's why I took that shirt off. My hands are cold, but we're gonna knock out another 50. Keep rocking it. Okay, guy. Hey, I appreciate you. Keychain. Oh, so I appreciate that. My I passed that like big Shane on to my son, who we used to call Little Shane. Hey, Little Shane, come here, because Dad's Big Shane. Well, Little Shane, by the time he's in fifth grade and I'm 30 some years old, he's like boop, about like this tall, taller than most of the teachers and whatnot. And his best friend was like one of the shortest kids in the class that still comes over, and they hang out, I should say. So yeah, I passed the torch per se from me to the son. If he wanted to, he could be 3 times bigger than me if he put the effort in, but his desire isn't there. In high school, he did take weightlifting classes, and he gives me pointers on what they taught him in high school. Um, so I appreciate him. I appreciate everybody tapping in. It looks like we have 8 likes. So we appreciate you. Um, yeah, thank you. If there's any questions that I might have missed during my push-ups, you please address them in the comment section on the replay. Um, big shout out to my daughter, who's the reason why I got these padded wings on the back. I don't know if you could see that, but soon as Sarah was pregnant, soon as she was pregnant, I'm like, oh, guardian angel mode. Nobody, nobody's gonna be there like a dad should be there for their kids, right? Got these wings on my back to represent that I will be there here now, later in life. Um, when I'm up there or down there, wherever I'm put, I hope up there I can look down. I got my wings and say, hey, we did it. All I wanted to be was a good dad, and I achieved that, I believe. So we got to flip another card, get another 50 push-ups in for our 1,000 push-ups for our driving stream. 6 likes. I promised 6 likes would get 1,000 push-ups, and we're knocking them out, guys. Sorry, gotcha. There we go. Had an itch that turned into like uh I don't know. It's an itch. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna switch it up because I do hear my arm popping. Got to be mindful of that. Got to be healthy for our joints. I like doing these push-ups with my hands around the insides of the weights because I see Jesse Pollock and Nate and D-Bird and even Zach Shamrock. He's got his push-up things where he can lock them in and do elevated push-ups. That was 50. We're going to knock out 5 more. I lied. 6 more. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my daughter, KK, who taps in occasionally. And uh, finding underscore Hannah, finding Hannah, at finding underscore Hannah YouTube. And everybody like you. We have Miss Lucy, Mr. Justin, Adventures in a Ute. I always used to say Adventures in the Ute because I didn't have glasses. I couldn't read what it said in here. But we got glasses. We got Sarah, silly Sarah. Pop that back out. She's backing up Pete, backing up all you guys. So this sticker came from Australia. I say this bumper sticker because that's where I'd love to put it. This I won as being a top subscriber. I won a contest for Juicy Killer Monster, and this was my prize. So I rock it, and I made them merch. That finding underscore Hannah is Juicy's or Lucy and Justin's daughter. My daughter is watching them do some stitching or yes, or knitting. She's like, Dad, check out this. Didn't you and Grandma used to do this? And I'm like, yeah, you're right. That is awesome. Grandma did teach me how to do that. And we used to go to Kmart and get like rolls of yarn, 3 for 10 cents at one time. 3 for 10 cents going with Grandma, getting yarn to do some knitting. My grandma grew up in the during the Depression. My great grandmother came from Scotland during World War One. Her my great grandmother's uh, pen pal or something got killed, and my grandpa ended up writing saying, "Hey, um, your pen pal got killed or whatever," and it sparked the pen pal connection. And my great grandmother came over all the way from Scotland to Hinkley, Ohio. So back in 1930 something, 1920 something. So my grandmother grew up in the Depression. She saved everything. She taught me how to can stuff, so we still do can like tomatoes. We can can green beans. You can can anything. You can can meat. Prolong it. Usually, you'll know when it goes bad. You'll see it. It'll smell different. It'll have some mold in there, possibly. So these are things that you know I guess can be passed down now on YouTube, and we should be doing some shorts. That's an awesome idea. So thank you for everybody tapping in. Let's see. Hey, my brother from Germany. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. And Ryder G program time. We're almost done with our 1,000 push-ups here. I flipped a card, but I gotta fix my fix something really quick. It'll take a minute. When you have a wardrobe malfunction per se, you got to address it. Not that this wardrobe malfunction would get me uh, violated in any way or I had to fix a dent, if you know what I mean. Fix a dent. Ha ha ha. This year I'm gonna try to set that goal and get my one side that needs fixed. When you are walking through a door, when you go to open a corridor door where each door weighs about 300 pounds and they're fire rated doors, somebody blasts that door open, it hits you in the face, it breaks your nose. And like I had an abscess here, and then my bridge implant fell out like a month or two later. I'm like, oh crap, man, that cost me 10 grand just to get. Yeah, here we go. It's okay though. Accidents happen. Everything that is supposed to happen happens. I appreciate you, Ryder G, for tapping in. I appreciate um Bar Barbansky. I'm sorry, I have to keep practicing your name. My brother from Germany. We're gonna do 50 push-ups for you guys. Thank you. One, two, three. 50. And I do apologize, Miss Sarah's not tapping in. She's probably mad that I went live and she couldn't respond. She's starting to like to be present, more present in our live streams. So thank you guys for helping her understand YouTube. Where she she still doesn't know how to do a lot of stuff on her smartphone. Not to say that um, things take time, and she was never interested in a smartphone. So when you're given a smartphone and you know nothing about basic like computers or whatnot, uh, you don't. She doesn't know. So we appreciate you, Sarah and I. We both do. My daughter KK, Shane Jr. Um, so this was our first date. I took her to prom, asked her out after, and this is after I graduated, got my diploma, my tassel, my pretty girl in her sundress. She's like, that's my man. I'm like, no, that's my girl. It's my girl, my girl. Talking about my girl. I don't even know if that's how the song goes. It's been so long since I've heard it. And I'm not a good singer. But Joseph at Studio 42 featuring JMP or JMG. Huge fan. He's always on there singing. He's got bone, I forget how they say it. He's got hearing aids that are attached to his skull, and he gets out there and he rocks it, and he gets hundreds and hundreds of likes. He helps out his family. He's a dad. He's got some kids. I'd love to take him out to Sarah and I take his uh, Heather and Joe out, maybe take his kids out wherever, go to Applebee's. We could do one of those. My wife or Sarah really enjoys that Applebee's song that one country guy sings. I don't even remember how it goes now. But Retro Bliss Gaming is live, so check out Bliss Gaming if you like video games, and especially if you like the old uh, Atari 2600 and whatnot. Sorry if I haven't been responding to comments. We're I'm not the only one that's relying on me today to get things done, and I'm trying to be as time uh, trying to save time, I guess, or trying to be time, everything to be effective, whether it's push-ups or sit-ups, time, if I, um, yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I know how to do push-ups. Let me get to these push-ups. Thank you. Thank you. Always remember, it doesn't take anything other than doing the work, just getting down, doing it repetitively to push yourself to where you feel burned or you feel that your gains are coming. It doesn't always have to burn, but to me, a lot of times when I'm hitting that 50 reps, whether I'm hitting the 40 curls, so I do 94 pounds on a curl bar and I rock the half reps like this, up, down, just like this. I never go all the way down. I save those for these 30 pounders. So I'll do 30 like this, and I'll do 94 pounds on a curl bar, just like this, where my arms are locked in, because you will hurt yourself. The wider your arms are and you're trying to lift something, you will physically hurt. You could give yourself a hernia or stress something on your body that you don't normally do. So when you're lifting anything, even if it's not weights, you're lifting a box, you'll want to, you know, you'll want to lift it with your arms in line with your shoulders. The wider you lift something, the more apt it is to hurt yourself, um, if you're not used to lifting, I guess. So we're using Sarah as a guide because I don't have a box, I guess. But yeah, you guys could see the snake right there. You always got to have a side hustle, guys. I am sorry, Zach, or Zach. I am sorry to my buddy Zebulon. So that is his real name, the Zebulon. He's got ZBT Films at hashtag ZBT Films, one of my earliest childhood friends. He uh, he asked me one time to come over and snake something out, and my snake broke, but we got another one. I got one right there, man. So when you need me, I'll be there for you, brother. I told him, hey, we could go up to Home Depot and rent one for this price and won't take long at all, man. It's super easy. It'd save you maybe $500 from somebody doing it if you do it yourself, or versus doing it yourself. And that should have been 53 or really close. We just rock that, just keep going up and down. That's where the gains are. They'll come. I appreciate it. So, got a jack on deck. Um, yeah, trying to think if there's any snakes where it's at, guys. Super easy. You can buy one of these at Harbor Freight for, I don't know, $200. If you needed to pay somebody to do it, it'd probably be an easy 250, probably. They say $99 any drain, and then there's a service charge or some sort of upcharge normally. So you have that done 3 times. You could have bought one of these and done it yourself if you feel that confident. A lot of people don't. I watched my dad. It's like, oh, we're getting this thing. Had his arm in this thing, and he's like, oh, it's right there. Rah! I mean, like, his whole arm is in the pipe, and like this, he's like, Dad, we got to rinse your arm off now. It's like, I don't care, it's done. You know, Here, sanitize it. Gotta get it, grease lightning it, something. But yeah, there was a time where my my uncle Ray was down in in a manhole, and they were snaking out this trap or whatever, this line, and my dad's in there and he's getting it, and my dad's like, Bink, watch out, man. Here comes this big, it cleared, and my uncle Bink was down there, or Ray, I should say, but he got blasted, man, head to toe, before like Steve O was jumping in, or not Steve O, Johnny Knoxville and Steve O jumping in the pits of poo. My Uncle Ray got blasted. I'm sure a lot of people do in that profession. My dad did heating and still does heating, cooling, plumbing, uh, refrigeration. Been doing it for, let's see, how old is he? I don't know, at least 55 years. At least 55 years. We got to 41. I'm feeling the burn. I owe you guys another five, or another five, another nine. Here we go. I don't know if you can hear that clicking. I keep forgetting. Don't put your hands here, but I like the way it feels. Just feels sturdy, and where this is, you can put your hands up here, but and my shoulder probably won't pop. We're gonna find out. Five on deck. I'm gonna do another 50. Here we go. Fingers crossed, guys. Appreciate you. Thank you. Heading out. I hope you have an awesome day, brother. Check out my brother from Germany. He's rocking the same thing. He's on Jesse's channel a lot. He's doing his own live streams now. We're all rocking it. We're living the dream, guys. You can too. I go, you go. Hashtag here we go. That was 35. I stopped to take a little break and to say my shoulder nearly isn't popping as much. Here we go. 15 more. One more. Stopping and doing them and stopping again. Where I did five and then I racked out a few more. Ooh, that was fire right there, guys. That didn't produce the burn that stopping after the five and then going again. Ooh. Simple, effective, very effective routine. We'll get your results. You just have to show up. You can get as big or as little as you want. Hashtag Little Shane challenge. Hashtag Little Shane challenge. Where I lost that challenge, but we're trying again. We're gonna keep going. It's okay to fall down, right, guys? As long as you get back up and keep at it. we did the 25-day challenge. I got that done. A car accident took me out of the 30-day Little Shane challenge. Hey, Jace, we appreciate you tapping in, brother. Thank you so much. I'm sorry if I missed anybody. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I got my little cardboard. I figure, I could recycle it, right? Don't have to go out to the store and buy a yoga mat. If you don't have the money, you can use some cardboard. I don't know how many years I've done my workout routine on cardboard. Many, many years here at the house. I don't want to be in the basement working out on carpet. It hurts your knees sometimes when you kneel. So I figured I just cut myself a little piece of cardboard. It's like a little yoga mat. Doesn't cost me anything. Um, if the little steps lead to big goals, so in that same mindset, if you can't save a penny, how could you ever save a million? And I always want to put it out there, if you can't donate and you shouldn't donate because your family could use it. And for the younger crowd, I want to say, if anybody's watching and they're younger than in their 20s, I guess, or they're 15, your family matters. If you have kids, young kids, and um, uh, don't don't donate to people that your children should always be your number one priority, I guess is what I'm trying to say. To any of the family members out there that donate, that their family should need it, got to give a big shout out to that, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, and that was for somebody else. Somebody else asked me to say that on here, so I don't want to forget. Hopefully I said it right. Don't donate if you can't donate, but if you can donate, it's awesome. I guess, maybe. Hopefully I said that right. Fingers crossed. Thank you, Jace, for teaching me how to stay engaged, and happy Wednesday, and be positive, and uh, more a better Shane. We have an ace on deck. I'm going to rack out another 50. If you're just getting here, we got some old pictures of Sarah, our first date right there. Then we got the couple weeks after graduated, and she's right next to me there. She got me in her arms. She's like, haha, I got you. You're not going anywhere. Or was it vice versa? I like to say we complement each other well. And that's when we got married. And of course, I was taking that picture, so I wasn't in the picture. But that's my favorite picture. It's like, ooh, I'm married now. So it'll be 25 years soon. So this picture was made on at Walgreens on 12/25 of 2001. This picture was taken 12/24/2001. I didn't even wait a day to get this picture taken. I have friends. I'm like, you working? I gotta get this camera developed now. It's like, okay, Shane, that's all you had to say is I need this camera developed. You didn't have to say now. And I'm like, no, dude, it's my wedding picture. It's like, you got married? Yeah, I did. Well, thank you. Appreciate all the support, brother. He's like, I'll get it done in 1 hour. I'm like, really? Like, he's like, no, I'm just kidding. I'll have it done by tomorrow. I'm like, hey, that's good. It's like, you'll be open, right? He's like, yeah, we're open on Christmas Day. So back then they were. I don't think they are now. 25 or 25, 50 push-ups. Here we go. Happy Monday. 1, 2, 3, 25 that way. I always forget. I see Jesse do it. I see everybody do them. You grab the middle of the weights. My arm pops. Here we go. 20. I owe you five more. Here we go. Five. I gotta switch my hair up a bit. I'm not used to that being however it looks. It feels so weird. Just gonna let it down. Plus, it's freezing cold in here. It is so cold. My body's hot, but my hands are so cold from touching these icy weights now. Excuse me. My nose is running. As long as I'm not starting to sweat too much, we shouldn't have a problem. They say in a couple hours it's supposed to snow. Fingers crossed. We'll get our snow tires installed. We'll be ready. And fingers crossed, a couple weeks, maybe this weekend or next weekend, we'll have Miss Sarah a new car. Shh, don't tell her. Haven't decided. I tried telling her, I'm like, hey, what do you want? What kind of car? She's like, I don't care, just any car. Like that doesn't make sense to me. I need to know the parameters. Do you like blue? Do you want it purple? Do you like this? And then I know she likes purple, and I'm like, hey, do you like that color? No, I don't like that color purple. We said anything. How about that color purple? Nah, that's too deep of a plum purple. I tell you, we'll pick one out for her. What will be shall be, and I don't stress over it. I try to stress about nothing at all, guys. If you physically can't put your hands on something to change it, then you shouldn't be stressing about it. You should be worried about things that we cannot control. We should always keep ourselves in control because in the end, that's all we have control over is ourselves. We have to hold ourselves accountable in any situation. One time, I got punched right in the face. Some guy, I rolled down my window. Like, what is this guy coming over here to say? We're all at this happy campground. We're at the kamikaze jump. Ashland 2013. Oh, 2012. And this guy comes up. I just pull into this campsite and I see this guy coming up to my car. I'm like, oh, this guy wants to talk. We're all friends here. Roll down the window. Now, mind you, I don't see too good out of this eye, especially when I didn't have glasses on. I'm basically blind in it. So I'm over here. Can't barely see anything from here over. You can only see so far with one eye. So I put my ear down to see what's this guy going to say. Bam! Blasted me right in the face. I'm like, oh, it's on. Take my seatbelt off, take my shirt off, go to open the door, get out. By that time, the guy's like two cars walking away from me as soon as he see me coming out. And I thought for 1 second, man, I should teach everybody a lesson. I'm going to show this guy that he shouldn't go around punching everybody. And everybody that's going to watch this fight is going to see why they shouldn't mess with anybody because you never know what this person's going through or what could happen in a fight, right? Then I thought, oh man, I'm a dad. I can't be fighting. My kids are counting on me. What type of kid, what type of father would I be if I'm not there to take them to school in the morning? Because that was my role. I was here at this event to give Cannabis Kid and Uncle Matt or Big Matt a ride home from the camping event. And for whatever reason, this guy was probably on something. And I seen when he was walking away that he was disengaged per se. So I stepped away. I was the bigger man. People are like, what happened? Like, I don't know, man. Most of you guys know I don't see too good out of this eye. I didn't even see it coming, basically. I was just turning my hair. I thought he wanted to tell me something. He did with his fist. Yeah. But I took it for my KK and my son Shane Jr. I took it like a champ. I literally looked at him for a few seconds and I'm like, that just really happened. I didn't even flinch. I like turned my head right at him because I wanted to see who was hitting me. Because again, I can't see out of this eye basically, unless I have my glasses on, and then it's a big if then. So I wanted to turn my head to look at him like, man, you really just punched me? Like, my sister hits me harder than that, or she hit me harder than that. My sister doesn't hit me at all as an adult, but we did do boxing in high school. So whatever I learned in boxing, I taught my little sister because that's what good big brothers do, right? We keep our family protected. So she hit me a couple times, with gloves on, and I may have hit her once or twice. Just love taps, nothing to ever hurt her, but just be like, here, this, put your gear on and let's go. I still have my punching bag and my Everlast or whatever it is, some sort of ever something punching bag stand. 40, man, it's burning. 49 and 50. We'll do two more. Two more for Jace. I appreciate you, brother. One, two, and three. Pinch to grow an inch, as my mom would say. Got about 4 cards left. I appreciate you. Thanks. I hope everybody checks out Jace with Miss Zena. I wish I could take Miss Kyra on a walk. So KK, if you're watching, would love for us to do. Oh, maybe when it snows, I can do a live stream outdoors, some sort of workout live stream, and we put Miss Kyra on a huge leash, and we can just roll. I roll around in the snow with her. So Kay, if you're watching, I appreciate you, and you'll have to give me your honest opinion on if you think that's achievable or not. I know Miss Kyra would love to play out in the snow with me on a live stream. Our schedules have to link up. So, Gravity Core Fitness, thank you, Mark. I appreciate you, Mark and Miss Joe, and your your son. I believe you had a son. I having a I don't want to say a blonde moment. Sarah would get mad at me, but especially when I dyed my hair blonde one time. Oh yeah, in these pictures you can't tell, but I did bleach blonde my hair, so it looks kind of dark. But that's only because it's it's just the way the sun was hitting it. You could probably see it in that picture a little more. Sarah's way more blonde than me, but I would bleach blonde my hair. I'd bleach my hair, and I had it shaved on the side, so it was long up top, and I had it in a ponytail a lot. I I usually never had it in the ponytail up at the top unless I was going to an event or wanted to look nice. I always had the ponytail back here in the back of my head. Not that it matters, but I did have blonde hair. So I can say I had a blonde moment one time. And I was blonde as a baby, bleach blonde. Then it grew dark. We are on our last card. What? That can't be. We already did 1,000 push-ups. I got 4 on deck. I'm gonna have to do two. I'm gonna have to do 2 more cards because that doesn't feel like I did 1,000 push-ups. So here we go. That's 40. 10 more. 10 more. And I know with doing these specific push-ups, even taking a break is gains. Gains. Because I feel stuff moving in areas that don't normally move. We're basically just like standing in this position is like a plank. You're planking right now. So I feel a little bit of a pressure my abdomen below my belly button. I feel a little bit my upper back where my wings are. Um, I feel it kind of in my forearms, a little bit beneath my elbows. Just letting you know what planks could give your body a workout. Just doing planks. Here we go. I owe you 10. And 10. I did my first plank with Jace on a live stream. Check him out. He's very motive, or he's doing lots of collaborate. He's collaborating with a lot of YouTubers that are awesome and that I support. Try to tap in and give everybody a like. Give you the side profile. It's always looks a little bigger from the side, I guess. See everything. Boop, boop, boop. That is for P8 the Great and God Body Reigns doing the booby bops. Boop, 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 boop. I did that. I I am at a water park and my daughter's probably in, I don't know, sixth. No, she had to be in like fourth grade. And we're going through this stuff and um uh we're I forget the exactly how it came up, but my daughter looks right at this super muscular guy and's like, my kid's got bigger muscles than you. And then he's like, he does. And then she goes, yeah, can you move your pecs? And the guy's like, yeah. And then he's like, bing, 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 bing. He's moving them. And then Kayla looks at me and she's like, go ahead, Dad, do it. And I'm like, I wasn't as big as I guess I feel now, but I can move them. And I was like, big, 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 big. And I'm like, Kayla, you can't be telling people that, when we're joking around, like, hey, look, I'm a bodybuilder. I'm getting there. You see all these commercials where the the uh, old, what did they call that? Old Spice guys on there. Trey Cruz, I think his name is. He's like doing the booby bops and whatever. And I'm like, what? You can't say that, Kate. That's, especially to strangers. But she seen that some of the guys that, I worked out with at the time were all super nice. And, that was an acceptable term, I guess. She heard us talking about it. And she sees this guy was jacked, man. He was, he probably had to weigh like 240, easy 240, and was like maybe 6 foot, maybe taller, maybe 5'10. But this dude was jacked, man. And we're at a water park, an indoor water. She never ceases to amaze me. She is so funny. I wish I could get her on streams. She is so bubbly, so funny. Yeah, we'll get her there one time. She was in one of my shorts. I put her in a short. So if you watch it and you figure out me and Miss Sarah, she's in a short with us. So Arizona Jake, I appreciate you. Thank you, brother. We are going to do it last 50 sets for the Joker. So I wasn't planning on doing this extra. I just wanted to visually see like a Joker, like ha ha ha. I know people might not like the Joker, the movie, but I like the story behind it. I love the story behind the original Joker, where he's a clown and uh, he's getting beat up and he's on the station on the train laughing, getting beat up because as a kid that was our defense mechanism when my brother and I or my sister they would hit we would they would hit me or whatever and I would just laugh like oh it may have hurt really bad and I wanted to cry but I wasn't letting them see it so I would laugh and when they said it in the movie I'm like oh that is pretty cool I can relate to that you know because that's what we would do you punch your brother in the leg as a Charlie horse gotcha or you might um, joke with your sister as you're walking behind her and she goes to walk and you take your foot as she's walking, taking her step up, you lift her foot up a little bit. That was always a fun one. Never really want to hit your sister per se. But yeah, these last 50 will be for you, Jake. Thank you, brother. We're getting there, getting jacked here. I get a little closer to the camera. Show you. Ooh, I put an arrow. That's pretty cool. I don't know if you can see the arrow on the ground right there, a little almost arrow. Like, Don, I'm wiping off all the paint on the weight you gifted me, brother. So, get the pump in. See, like, yay. Do one-handed push-ups, or you could just stay here like this until you can do a one-handed push-up. I don't want to try one right now in front of the weights. I don't want to have to go to the dentist. I have to get tires for the car. I mean, I don't have to, but I want to. We're going. Miss Sarah's like, you gotta get tires. I'm like, okay, we're getting tires. Let's 25 that way, and we'll do 25 this way. Because again, if you're just tapping in, when I do 25 push ups from the inside of the weights, my shoulder pops. It doesn't pop as much when I do them from the top of the weights. Anything is progress, everything is worth it. You just got to do it. And 25, just like that. We got over 1,000 push ups done. I appreciate you guys. We're going to stand up here. Hopefully, let me stand over here so it's. No! Too many lights. There we go. Get behind my stove. Be like, yes. I barely use it, to be honest. A couple times a year, we'll broil stuff right there on the broiler or cook down there. We're rocking the fan if it gets too hot. Turn that puppy on. Got the Ford, even though we don't drive Ford anymore. Not by choice or anything. It's just what my boss had, and he's like, "Hey, I have a Chevy. You want it?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's cool." I had an Explorer before that, which was very reliable. Almost had before I go. Ah, don't do that. Don't turn me off, please. There we go. I did that last time and I lost my camera and I couldn't respond to anything. So we got to be super gentle. There we go. Lock it in there. There we go. That's much better. I appreciate you, Jesse, for tapping in. Even when I'm looking at here, my one eye's going crazy. Maybe I should put my boop 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 with put that around like that. I can at least see out of it. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. Let's see what time is it. Oh, it's almost time to pick up Sarah. Awesome. I took off from one job to get another job done. I was able to get a workout done between job one and job two and picking Sarah up. So we appreciate you. Um, I'm tripping over my weight. Um, yeah, I'm gonna end the stream now. I have to get ready to pick up Miss Sarah. I found it. I found it. So thank you, Jesse. I've been looking for this forever, forever. And it was out here this whole time, up in this little corner of the freezer. Now I can do timed sit-ups and timed whatever. For months, I've been looking for that. For months and months. So I hope you all have a great day. If you're doing a live stream today, I know, I'm not sure if you do, I think it was Tuesdays and Thursdays you take a break. But if you do a live stream, Sarah and or I will tap in. I promise. I'm always there. I always tap in at five something in the morning whenever you're there. Um, I'm walking around with at least one or two of my coworkers, and it's um, yes, I could be watching your live stream and responding to comments, but what I do is I put my Bluetooth in and I sneak you in my pocket. So like they might be able to see something's playing in my pocket, but they don't know what's going on. So I listen, I'm like, yeah, you get it. And then sometimes when I'm able to, I will read some comments and I always try to tap in when I see somebody disrespecting anybody or not seeing the benefits of half rep range. So I appreciate you. Thank you always. We will, fingers crossed, if she's not watching, gonna try to get her a sucker free shirt from your store. So I just have to figure out what size and what color, whether it's a hoodie or a shirt. But yeah, we're gonna sneak that for Sarah. Her birthday's coming up, so yeah, we got to get her something, right? So we appreciate you. Thank you for tapping in. We have 19 likes. Hey, that's awesome. Thank you, little Shane out, guys. We love you. Thank you. Much love and respect, everybody.